in a world that is destroyed, one man and two women stand out above the rest. Can they save the world and get past all the frozen water? And oh shit, whatever. Who cares? Let's just move on. Who cares about that stupid? It sounds like the most boring movie in the world. I don't know. Well, actually, it's probably not as bad as the Oogie Loves. Oh my gosh. Okay. Does anyone remember that movie? It came out like last year. It's okay. I never saw it. I did see like one trailer for it. One time I went to the movie. I think I watched like Paranorman or something, and I saw a trailer for the Oogie Loves. And I was just like, what has happened to, like, you know, children's programming? Like, seriously, what is this crap? Like, it was so bad. And from what I heard, like, about the movie, it made like probably something like $300,000, which, you know, okay, might sound like a lot, but actually, in terms of, like, you know, movies, like, how much movies cost to make, you know, I mean, movies cost a whole bunch of different, like, you know, prices, but, you know, just in terms of, or, you know, budgets, but just in terms of movies, like, that, or, you know, movie budgets, like, that is abysmal. That is, like, the worst, amount a movie can make. It's, but anyway, so from, like, from something else that I heard about it, I thought there was something in there. Kung Fu shoes, awesome. Yeah, from like from something I heard about it, it has like no villain at all. Ooh, stamina ring. It has no villain at all. There's no oh wait, that's not what I want. Equipment. Who could really use that stamina ring? It would lower my defense. Let's see. Ooh. Well, that would improve. Actually, give you the Dragon's Honor. I'm trying to. Oh, hang on a second. I'm sorry for, like, you know, wasting time here. I'm just. Yeah, you know what? That's okay. I'll do it later. I'm looking for anything else. I don't remember if there was anything else around here. I don't see any chests. If there's chests, I might come back later. But as far as I know, there was nothing else here. But as you can see, this is like, okay, this is a city. Ooh, wait a minute, you can go up. Oh, whoa! Honestly, I've never been inside of here. What is this? Holy cow! I didn't even know that there's... Wait a minute. Hey, it's Norris. What is it, sir? Wait a minute, how did Norris get in here? He wasn't with us. So many strange things happening here. The power source is still active. Well, that's curious. So we have buildings being destroyed by tidal waves that's frozen in time, and yet a power source is still active. I do not have knowledge of electrical engineering. Can you give me a minute, sir? Sure. Let's see. Honestly, no, really. I don't remember coming in here. Seriously. Not even on my Play for Fun file. I just ran past this and something else. Okay. This is awesome. This might just be like a side thing for, like, it could potentially be something that could, you know, tell a bit more of the story. You know, there. The monitor should be... I forgot the voice I used for Norris, so... The monitor should be able to display some information, sir. Okay, I can't even read that. 23 AD, Lithosphere Investigation Report. Report number 29. Unknown life force. parasitic to the planet. Geologic stratum results 65 billion BC. Code Lavos. That might be interesting for some of you who you know, played Chrono Trigger. 23 AD? You mean a ruin from the future? Yeah, that's right. No worries. Can't you download more info about the world? Yes, one moment, please. Submarine deep beneath the crust. When Lavos awakes, this planet will. Well, what? What happened, Norris? What happened to the screen? Okay. Actually, no, I know it's not, you know, yeah. I know that's not the voice I was using, but I just couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. The power supply has gone out. At this rate, we will not be able to gather further information. Oh, that sucks. Damn, we were so close to learning more about Lavos. Or Lavos, whatever. We will not be able to find out anything new. Let's proceed. So just as I suspected, it kind of lends more, you know, information to the plot. That really, okay, honestly, that story, that was not actually, like, a side anything. That's stuff that actually pertains to the plot itself. And so, but, wow, okay, so we know that this is from the future, which obviously makes sense. I mean, anyone would have a brain would know that this place is, or would probably deduce that this place is from the future because, well, just look at it. It's a modern city, and the time period that this game takes place is 1020 AD. Obviously, can you go away? Thank you. You know, obviously, what was I saying? Oh yeah, obviously this is from the future because, well, you know, 1020 AD, and it's a modern city, so yeah. But right, anyway, so back to the Oogie Loves. Like, okay, so apparently there's like no villain, and hang on, there's no villain, and above all, there's like no conflict. Like, there's no, like, you know, problem that needs to be solved or anything. It's just, like, there's just things that happen. And to me, I just don't understand it. Because, you know, from a movie-telling perspective, there needs to be conflict. Conflict leads to motivation. Motivation leads to action. Action leads to goals. Or, well, you know, results. If you don't have a conflict, then you do not have a story. That's what drives a story to be the way it is. And and with Oogie Loves, like, there was none of that, and it's, whatever. Anyway, so we're at the Tower of the Gods, or Goddess, or whatever. This must be the center of the Dead Sea. All this chaos must have spread out from here. I don't know why I suddenly changed my voice, but whatever. Wait a minute. Company 2400. Well, we do know that this place, the Dead Sea, is, or all these buildings are from the year 2300, so, The building seems to have melted into one giant conglomeration. What's up with the place? Yeah, I don't know, Harl. But it definitely seems like everything's just kind of like forging together. Anyway, so now we're inside the Tower of whatever the hell this name was. So, right, anyway, oh, you know what? I never did my intro. Well, fuck it, who cares? I can do it now, I suppose. Hey guys, it's Zach, and, you know, welcome to episode 58. In the last part, whatever. In the last part, we got into the Dead Sea and fought a highwayman. Whatever. So, yeah, like, okay, so, with the whole, yeah, don't even get me started. Anyway, so, I mean, that was, how did I even get started on the Oogie Loves? Oh, yeah, just, like, horrible movies that, yeah, I just feel bad for kids because it just, it just seems like it's a waste of, you know, like, programming. Like, it's like insulting them. I'm sure it was, like, made for, like, really young kids, and so it'd be, like, entertainment. Could you at least provide some form of entertainment, you know, for the adults that had to go see that? And honestly, you know, like, oh, okay, so this reminds me of another story. Okay, honestly, sorry, I'm, like, I'm confused. It's all, like, merging together, so I'm like, okay, what is the pathway to get to that chest again? I might... Ooh, can I squeeze around you? I can. Thank you very much. Yeah, pretty much they're enemies. I don't feel like fighting them. So... Yeah, honestly, I feel bad for kids. You know, and... Oh, yeah, okay, so, yeah, on to that other story. So, one of my friends, used to work in a movie theater. He did for, you know, like, it wasn't, like, multiple years, well, it kind of was, but it was more, like, okay, you know, it was summer break, he was off from school, go work at a movie theater, you know, for the next month or so, you know, for the next few months. You know, and of course, you know, he doesn't do it now, because, you know, he's just kind of like, man, I don't feel like, you know, I'd be getting anywhere working at a movie theater. It's fun, but, you know, I'd like to have, you know, a job that actually pertains to my major. It's like, yeah, that's cool, man. So, anyway, but this pertains to, like, when Oogie Loves was, you know, actually in theaters. You know, his coworkers could actually remember every ticket they ripped. Like, there weren't that many people wanting to see it, so coworkers actually remembered ripping like, all the tickets they ripped for that, you know, for people going to that movie. But, you know, eventually, like, no one was ripping tickets. Like, they would have a showing, and no one would actually show up. And they wouldn't show up for the next one after that or after that. So, basically, you know, all management did was just shut down the picture in the theater. Like, you know, like, the theater would be pitch black. There would be no one in there. There would be no picture playing. Because they didn't need to. Nobody bought a ticket for the movie. And so, so one time my friend, you know, he was on floor crew, you know, going in there, going through the theaters, cleaning up popcorn and, you know, etc. You know, off the floor, sweeping it off, throwing it in the trash and whatnot. And so he goes in the theater that's showing like that's showing Oogie Loves, one of the showings of Oogie Loves. It's pitch black, naturally, like I said, and as soon as he walks in, here's the other thing: they didn't turn off the sound for the movie. So the sound was still playing, there was just no picture. And so, he walks in, as soon as he walks in, he just hears this really creepy laugh, like, something like that. And it was just, it was, okay, he's telling me the story, and I just laughed my ass off, like, at that moment. Because it was, like, legitimately terrifying to him. Like, if you wanna, that would have been a great opportunity for the theater. Like, to, you know, or for anybody, if you want to scare people to death, like, make money and scare people to death, send them into a pitch black movie theater and play Oogie Loves with just the sound on. They will be terrified by that. And you would get a lot of great money. Just be like, hey, you want to be scared? Come see this movie. Or listen to the sound of the movie in a pitch black movie theater. Or just someplace, but it doesn't have to be a movie theater. Just any place that's pitch black where no light can possibly enter. Because, yeah, it was, but anyway, when he told me that story, it was just funny. I'm like, yeah, that would be a great idea if you want to make money off of scaring people to death. Do that. Like, you know. Anyway, so that was a really funny story. I just went off on that tangent, but so okay, so back to the last episode where I was talking about the Hocus Pocus. The reason I brought that up, because I never went back to it actually. The reason I brought that up is because I was thinking about the road. There was this one scene where the witches got revived. You know, of course, it was when they were revived in the 21st century, and of course, you know, this was, you know, they were dead for, I don't know how many years that was. It was back during the Salem witch trials, and So, of course, there weren't any roads, asphalt wasn't made yet and everything. So they come across the road and they're like, wait a minute, it's a black river. Should we step in it? Like, kind of thing. You know, it's one of those fish out of water stories, basically. But it was actually pretty fun. It was fun watching them try to interact with the road and then, you know, like, see, like, okay, well, where can, you know, we go from here and etc. But, you know, it was fun. And so that's why I brought it up in the last part. I never returned back to it. Sorry, just making sure that there's, like, nothing else here. No place that I can go before moving on. I also need to check on time. So, because I forgot what time I was started recording at. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Has it really almost been 20 minutes again? Well, another 4 minutes here would probably be about 20 minutes, so... Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, so, what else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, big doors, can't go anywhere. I'm just making sure, like, there's no other place I can go. Because it's been a while since I practiced. Obviously, because as you know from the 300 subscriber video, I took a bit of a break. So, yeah, there's nothing here. There's not a place I could go. That it looks like it. So, okay, great. Right. So, I mean, just, yeah. In terms of other movies, like, okay, so, I remember, like, Nostalgia Critic did this, video, oh, hang on, I gotta fix my headphone wire, it's a little tangled there, okay. I remember he did this, like, editorial, like, is Twilight really, like, the worst thing ever made, kind of thing, and I really liked it. Oh, yeah, by the way, sorry, I kind of ran into him. You might think that, like, this is an enemy you have to fight. In fact, actually, that's what I thought, too, so I purposely avoided him, but he's not. If you talk to him, it is time. You must go. You will miss the train. Yeah, so if you talk to him, then he'll do his thing, and there's actually something you need if you want to get a few more chests. Then you need to, you know, yeah, I guess then you need to talk to him because only until you talk to him. Okay, so he should. Wherever he vanished, there it is. There's something on the ground. Links found station pass. Yeah. Alright, so that's what you need. And, you know, until you talk to him, he won't drop the station pass. So, yeah. Anyway, so here's this train that just kind of derailed and crashed into stuff. Isn't that just like trains? So, right, back to the story. Yeah, so, like, and I really liked it. I thought it was a great editorial. Of course, I did write a comment on it as well. Oh, yeah. That's why you need the station pass, because if you don't have the station pass, you can't get past those doors right there. So, right. And Holy Light. See, this is why you need the station pass, because you want to be able to get Holy Light in that sense. So, and you come over here, there's going to be another thing, and it's like another, medical book. Well, I'm sure Doc would like that. And there's nothing else in this room, so now we can, you know, proceed on. Sweet. And just slide down here, and cool. So, yeah, I wrote a comment, like, yeah, actually, Doug, I agree with, a lot of what you said. Wait a minute. Something's wrong here. Where else could I possibly go? I don't remember. Wait a minute, I was supposed to go there, right? Was I supposed to travel someplace else? Hang on, let me go back. Did I take a wrong turn? Because I believe this is the way, from what I remember, but... Right? No, there's nothing else I can possibly do here, and... Wait, now I'm confused. Well, it has been 20 minutes, so I guess I could, you you know, like, stop here, I suppose. But hang on, let me just finish that topic real quick. So, and, you know, I agree with what I said. Like, okay, yeah, Twilight is bad, and, you know, characters are bland and stuff, but, you know, just like he said, people will grow up. They will get over it. There will be more movies to come out that are probably worse than Twilight. And, you know, maybe people, the people that they like Twilight, when they grow up, maybe they'll look back on Twilight and be like, yeah, you know what, that is a bad movie. Like, okay, when I was a kid, I liked a lot of movies. You know, I didn't really have an opinion about films. I just sort of was like, okay, well, that's cool. It's a nice movie and everything, you know. But looking back on it now, it's just like, well, yeah, actually, that does suck. Like, I mean, oh, here's where you need to go. Like, you know, yeah, like that was a bad movie, you know, and I didn't realize that until, you know, when I grew up or I became much older. It's like, oh yeah, so, you know, what's wrong, Serge? Did you sense something? Yeah, what's going on here? Hey, it's a little kid. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a ghost kid. Ghost kid. What's this, Danny Phantom? Interesting. Are you alright? Are you alright? Yeah, no, I'm seeing a ghost kid. What? You saw a child? I didn't see a child anywhere. What? Nothing will surprise me here. Let's just keep going. Yeah, good idea, Harl. So, you know, like, okay, so, you know, I mean, you know, I didn't realize that until I got older, that I was just like, oh, yeah, you know what, that movie is bad. I don't know why I liked it as a kid. Maybe it was this for this reason, but, yeah, I can see how it's bad. So, I mean, that's the thing with Twilight is, yeah, okay, it's bad to some of us. Some people like it, but those people, when they grow up, they might look back at it and agree that it's bad. I never got into Twilight as a kid because, well, or not as a kid. Twilight only came out, like, you know, a few years ago. No, I never got into Twilight because I just saw it as more teen drama bullshit that I'm just not into that. That's not my cup of tea, you know. And so, you know, I was just never interested in it. But here's my thing: is Twilight bad? Yes, it is. Is the Twilight the worst thing we ever made as a species? Well, not entirely. No, actually. I could think of a lot of movies that are far worse than Twilight ever was. A lot of movies that just, you know, that I just hate more than Twilight. Like Manos. Okay, yeah. To bring Manos into this, Manos is awful. Manos, to me, well, maybe Oogie Loves might have replaced this, but Manos is one of the worst. It's probably like my most hated film. Like, I hate Manos. It is awful. It is one of the worst movies ever made, and everyone knows, you know, that's bad. And yeah, I agree. It is bad. Now, if I was stranded on a desert island for 3 days and all I had for entertainment was and I had to choose between entertainment, all I had was, you know, the Twilight series and Manos, I would choose the Twilight series because parts of it are at least enjoyably bad. You know, Manos, I would never watch Manos again, ever. I only watched the Mystery Science Theater version of Manos, and to be honest, I'm glad I did because it was a lot funnier than what the movie probably was. Than watching the real movie. No. Anyway, so I mean that's my thing. Is like, yeah, Twilight's bad, but there's a lot of other stuff that's far worse than Twilight, and a lot of things that will continue to be much worse than Twilight in the future and stuff. So, whew. All right, rant over. You know, we actually got pretty far in this part. You know, got to the Tower of the whatever this name was, and you know, oh yeah, we found out something about Lavos. You know, that this world is interesting. So, you know, those of you who play Chrono Trigger would probably have deduced by now, like, you know, why everything's being destroyed here. But I don't know. Maybe we'll find out more about this in the next episode, and you know, that sounds really awesome. Because, you know, it'll be the next episode, and I don't know. It was like the worst outro ever, but who cares? So, Yeah. Alright. So enough wasting time here. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. We accomplished a lot, getting here and finding out a little bit about Lavos. So Lavos actually does have some importance to the story here of Chrono Cross. So, I wonder what could be happening. I mean, we already got a lot happening. Serge dying and such, and, gotta get his body back, and now all of a sudden Lavos comes in and all this? Weird. Well, we'll probably find out more about that in the future, and maybe, who knows. Hope we do. Sounds awesome. And, so alright, in the next episode, we are going to progress further in this tower, and, see, just, maybe we'll eventually find out what happened to the Dragoons, and, the links of this world and such. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys then.